So we're about to get into a different section. Every time you see these two lines, it means absolute value. Anytime you have absolute value, let me write this down. Anytime you have absolute value, let me zoom that in a little bit and make that a little bit less blurry. Anytime you have absolute value, you're always going to have two answers. Okay, it's not pretty, but you get the idea. I don't know why I keep being so blurry. So, I want you to see its absolute value. Write that down, please, and you're going to be good to go. So here's what you do. The first thing you do is you rewrite the equation exactly how it is, but without those two lines. I'll call those two lines bars. Now what you do is you create a whole nother equation, exactly what's in here, but this time the number on the right, you make it negative. So it's all about this number. Keep it, make it negative. And then now you just solve it. Add 2, over here. Add 2, add 2. M equals 3, done. M equals 1, done. Now let me explain to you what absolute value is. Let's say I checked it. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. The absolute value of any number is the distance from 0. The distance from 1 to 0 is 1. Good. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. The distance from negative 1 to 0 is 1. You got the right answer. So absolute value is the distance from 0. Okay? And if you look at a number line, if you look here, this is 2 and negative 2. They both have a distance of 2. Okay? So the value of this number is 2, but it happens to be negative. All right, let's do this next one. Write it exactly as it is. Then create another one, but this time make this negative. Let me move that over so you can actually see it. So I took this, kept it, and then made it negative. And then now I solve it. Divide by 9, divide by 9, divide by 9, divide by 9. N equals 6, n equals negative 6. All right, let's go to the next one. Make it exactly as it is, but then create a whole nother one, but this time make it negative. So this stays how it is, and then make the other one negative. And now I solve. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. 5r equals 15. 5r equals negative 19. Divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. R equals 3, and 5 doesn't go into 19, so R equals negative 19 over 5. Let's go to the next one. Okay. All right, write it exactly as it is. Create a whole nother one, but this time make it negative. So remember, take this, keep it as it is, make that negative. What do I do first? Add 3, add 3, add 3, add 3. Negative 8b equals 78. Negative 8b equals negative 72. Divide negative 8, divide negative 8, divide negative 8, divide negative 8. Sorry, it's not pretty. 8 doesn't go into 78, but it does divide by 2. So b is equal to 39 over 4. Oh, but this was negative 8, so negative 39 over 4. And this was a negative, and this was a negative, and a negative, and a negative make a positive, and b equals 9. Okay? Now, here's what's different about these next two. If you look here, it was like the bars equals, the bars equals. But this is the bars plus equals. So the first thing you got to do is you got to subtract that 10. You got to get rid of the number that's on the same side of the bars. Then I'm left with the absolute value of n minus 7 equals 2. Now that it's just bars, bars equals, now I can write exactly how it is and make another one negative. Make it exactly how it is, make the other one negative. Highlight, because then you're going to see what to do. Plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, plus 7. 2 plus 7 is 9. Negative 2 plus 7 is 5. Come over here. it's got the bars divided by equals. I can't have divided by. So that looks like divided by 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply by 3. Then now I have the bars, negative 7 minus 4x equals 2 times 3 is 6. Now that I just have the bars, drop the bars, make one positive, make one negative. My equals, keep it as it is, make that negative. Now add 7, add 7, add 7, add 7. I'm left with negative 4x equals 13. I'm left with negative 4x equals 1. Divide by negative 4. It doesn't divide. Keep it. Divide by negative 4. It doesn't divide. Keep it. Okay? So, what do I want you to get? When you're solving, you got one answer. Do you see that? Everything. One answer, one answer, one answer, one answer. Suddenly, when you add absolute value, you drop it, add a negative. Drop it, add a negative. But then when there's something else there, you move it, then drop it, and add a negative. Absolute value means 2 answers. Okay? Let's go to these in the last 2. So, I got a lot happening. The 10's my issue, and the 9's my issue. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Man, I did a bad job of giving you space. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 9. So, add 9, add 9. I'm left with 10, absolute value of 3 minus 5x equals 70. Can't drop the bars yet because I still got that 10. So I got to divide by 10, divide by 10. Now I'm left with the absolute value of 3 minus 5x equals 7. Sorry, you can't see that. Now that I just have the bars equals, now I can drop the bars. And make another one, but make it negative. So now that I just have the bars, keep it, make the other one negative. What do I do now? I just solve it. Minus 3 minus 3, minus 3 minus 3. Negative 5x equals 4. I'm going to put it up here, sorry. Negative 5x equals negative 10. Divide by negative 5. X equals negative 4/5. Divide by negative 5. X equals 2. Okay? All right, last one. Can't drop the bars. But I can't subtract either because this is being multiplied. And based on PEMDAS, you have to multiply last. So, first thing I do, minus 5, minus 5. I'm left with negative 5, absolute value, 9 minus 3t equals negative 105. Now, can't drop the bars yet. I still got that negative 5. Divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. Absolute value of 9 minus 3t equals 21. Now that I just have the bars, now I can drop the bars. I'm going to put it up here and make the other one negative. Let me repeat. Now that it's just bars, I got 1, make the other one negative. Now I solve. Subtract 9, subtract 9. 3t equals 12. Sorry, negative 3t. Negative 3t equals negative 30. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. T equals 10. T equals negative 4. Okay? So absolute value will always have 2 answers.